Hello and welcome to FPL Natty. Game week 5 is almost done. I think we've got another game tonight. It's Leicester City versus Manchester United. But before that game is over, I wanted to do a video of some players that I think you should watch for game week number 6. Because as we know, these game weeks are coming really fast, sometimes 2 a week like this week. And with cup games and Champions League coming up as well, I want to get this out as quickly as possible so that you can see what players you might want to have either in your watch list or in your team directly. So there is a mixture of low and high owned players that I'm going to share with you. Some you may already have in your team, but others that you may have never even thought about before. So let's get right into this video and see what players I am talking about. Remember to subscribe, because I know most of you, I was watching the analytics for this video, and a lot of you that are watching haven't yet subscribed. Just press the button. It's literally just down there below. Press that button, give it a thumbs up, and give me a comment so I know where you're watching this video from. And it'd be great to get in touch with you guys and we can just have a chat about what your team is looking like and where you are. I also might add that I'm thinking to put a league for all the people that are watching my YouTube videos up as well. So that should be down here as well. So check it out and let's get right into this video. So first on my list is Neco Williams. He is the Nottingham Forest defender, and he offers potential pretty much at both ends of the pitch. And their next game is against Bournemouth, and as we know, they've recently sacked their manager Scott Parker, and to be honest, I don't think they're equipped to stay up in the Premier League. So I know that Forest are going to be great on the attack, and they definitely need the bounce back after what happened with City, where they were just completely demolished, like was it 6-0 or something like that. So with Neco Williams, as you can see by his stats there, he's currently at 11 shots, 6 shots in the box, 9 key passes as well. So that ranks very high among the top defenders. And as we already know, Nottingham Forest aren't necessarily the best defensively, but that doesn't matter too much in this game coming up because they're facing Bournemouth, and Bournemouth's attacking numbers are very low. So it should give them a lot of hope that there will be a lot of chances there, a lot of big chances for Neco to take. He's very good along the wing. His crossing, his distribution is really good. So I'm thinking for this game, he's definitely going to get a clean sheet. And after that, he's got Leeds, Fulham, Leicester, Villa, and Wolves. That is a fantastic run of fixtures that he has coming up. So I will keep him very close. If not the first player on your bench, have him in your squad, because you never know out of any of those games which one is going to get returns in. Next on my list is Raheem Sterling, the new boy at Chelsea, and he's done really well with 3 goals and 1 assist in the 5 games that he has played. And I think against West Ham he definitely should shine. They're playing at Stamford Bridge at home. There shouldn't be any reason why he shouldn't have more returns in that current game. Raheem Sterling has been involved in 3 out of the 4 goals at Stamford Bridge, but I think they're going to look to bounce back from the loss of their previous game against Southampton, and I know that he's most likely going to have returns at home. He scored again this week, this game week against Southampton, as I've mentioned before, and has a really major influence in the current squad. He does play 90 minutes. He's got 10 shots in the box at the minute and has a good run of fixtures even after this West Ham game. He's got Fulham, he's back at his old team, Liverpool, he's got Crystal Palace, Wolves, and then Villa after that. I think there's a lot of points there available for Raheem Sterling in this Chelsea team, purely because he's probably currently the best player that they have in that squad. So look to probably bring him here for this game week. The next 2, Liverpool, okay, they're not doing great defensively. He probably might get returns against them, but then you've got Palace, as I said, Wolves and Villa, where he can definitely reap rewards in those games as well. I couldn't do this stream without including this guy. You know who he is, Erling Haaland. What an amazing player. His price has gone up now to 11.9, but to be honest, he's worth it. If you haven't brought him in, bring him in. I think there's over 300,000 managers that have brought him in thus far. So it makes sense that if you haven't got him in your squad, bring him in. Back-to-back hat-tricks in his last 2 games, 9 goals, 22 shots, 13 big chances, 12 on target. He's looking to smash the Premier League record for this season. He's already got 9 goals in 5 games. So you can only imagine what he's going to do over the course of 38 games. I think he's really going to take that record and just obliterate it, to be honest. The way he's playing in the box as a poacher, as a goal scorer, is fantastic. And to all those that have just brought him in, Like, where have you been all this time? He returned amazing for me over the last 2 game weeks. I really can't complain. And with the way that City are playing as a team and the attacking metrics that they have, the goals scored, shots on target, and big chances, they are the top of those metrics in the whole league. So with Erling Haaland at the front and in that number 9 position, I don't see it going anywhere else. I know that people were worried about him being a minutes risk under Pep based on what Pep has said, but if you think about it, if he's in form currently, which he is, why is Pep going to drop him? It makes more sense to play him and then take him off after 65 minutes after they're already winning the game. So that seems like the plan going forward. That's what I think Pep's going to do going forward. He's going to say to himself, okay, well, Erling Haaland's already doing really well. It's better to play him than not play him. And he can play with Julian Alvarez, who we saw score 2 goals as well against Forest. So it kind of makes sense to have him play and then take him off and, let's go from there. Who they got next? They have Aston Villa, who are terrible at the minute. So I think that Erling Haaland will get returns in this game. Aston Villa haven't yet kept a clean sheet. So it makes sense for me that Haaland is going to bring returns in this game. But the question is, will he start? And these are 3 players that I was looking at as well. I've given these ones all bracket together because they're kind of differentials. You've got the first one here is a new boy, Luis Sinisterra, and he plays for Leeds, and he made an immediate impact in that team. He scored a goal and earned 10 points in their 1-1 draw against Everton. So he previously came from Feyenoord, where he got 12 goals and 7 assists. So I think he offers a well-rounded attack for that Leeds team at the moment. And their next game is against Brentford. So I think you could possibly bring him in. He's a cheap player. Rodrigo is injured, right? So you're going to need someone who can take over that role and look to give you returns. And he's shown you that he can already do that. And with such low ownership, 0.3% among all FPL managers, he might be a good differential and could possibly bring you returns, particularly against his next game against Brentford. Then you have the guy that everyone wanted in their team, or who the scouts were looking at in particular, and it was Alexander Isak. And he showed us yesterday how good he is against Liverpool. I'm sure Newcastle fans are so happy with their 60 million record-breaking signing, who has come and hit the ground running. He got a goal yesterday and could have got another one if it wasn't for him being fractionally offside. And with Callum Wilson, who's injured at the moment, it kind of makes sense to bring this guy in. The next games that Newcastle have, 4 out of the 5 games have a fixture difficulty rating of 2. So possibly, well, it's a high probability that not only does Isak play, but he will get returns in those games. Now, you might be worried about the yellow flag against his name. It is just a dead leg, and they're playing on Saturday, so there are a few days left for him to recover from the dead leg. But I think it's most likely, even if he's only at like 80% capacity, he will play. It's imperative that Newcastle keep on this run of form that they have, and they don't really have anyone else apart from Chris Wood who can play up front. But Isak is the record signing player that they brought in, and with Alan St-Maximin currently still out injured, Newcastle will definitely need to bring this guy in. They've had the loss over yesterday against Liverpool, so it makes sense that Isak plays. He is a well-rounded lone forward player, so put him up front, put him in your team. Only 7 million. His price will go up eventually, not right now, but it will go up eventually. So have him in your watch list or bring him directly into your squad. And last but not least, we have Pascal Gross, the Brighton midfielder, and he's playing so differently this season in I think it's a 4-3-3 formation that they are playing for Brighton. So he's pushed way further up than he used to be. I remember back in the day, Pascal Gross was more of an enabler, dropping a bit further back and hitting those plays from more the centre of the field. But he's pushed a lot more forward, hence why his returns are doing so well. And with nearly almost 20% of you that own him, it kind of makes sense because he is playing extremely well. And again, after that injury to Rodrigo, he is a major target for FPL managers to bring in, and only 5.9 million, and with the returns he's already brought to the FPL points already, it kind of makes sense to bring him. 5 matches played, 3 goals, expected goals of 1.8, 9 chances created. It just makes sense. And up next they have Leicester at home, who have conceded 10 goals in 4 games and have no clean sheets. So Pascal Gross, under 6 million, I think you should bring him directly into your team or have him on your bench. So there it is. Those are the players, the 7 players that I am looking at for game week number 6. There are a few players there, some differentials and some that we all know is going to bang. Erling Haaland, for example, and possibly Raheem Sterling. Go and look at this list again, rewind this video, and you might find some players who you may not have even looked at before to add to your team or your watch list. As you can see, I've added my league code for fantasy, so just join it. If you're subscribing to this channel, or if you've just come across this channel, just sign up to my league. Let's make a little bit of friendly competition in here, and we can discuss this later on as the league goes on, as to where I am and where you are. See if any of my tips have helped you guys. Let me know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my team review of game week number 5.